Okay, the first two posts are the most important. So we dug the holes, we have secured the poles in the ground, and now we will use cement, and then we will let that cure before we continue. So here we are at Okies Eden. I have my first fence post set. That's about 24 feet. Out by that stake is about 24 feet. And then I have my other post that is also cemented in the ground. So I do the digging with my weighted metal bar, a shovel, and a post hole digger, a manual post hole digger. I'm going to be showing more videos on this because this is part of my homestead as I make improvements, and this will become part of the garden, and I'll be displaying that soon. Okay everybody, so here we are. I'm at the left side, and this is going to be the gate to the fence on the left side. Post is right there. The door or the gate is going to be 36 inches. So I'm going to come out here with just a dot of paint right there. Got it on my tape measure, of course. Wipe that off. And yes, it's purple, but that is 36 inches. And now I'll go mark the other side. And so again, the one post is right there. I'm going to come out 36 inches, put a dot, remove that, and then that is where that post is going to go. Then this is going to be, here is going to be a ramp, and I'll show that in a minute. Right now I'm on the steps, and there will be a ramp here. All this lumber will be tore up. I'll put new lumber down. And then this is going to be a ramp from here down to that gate. And we're doing that because when you get deliveries, I'm tired of bringing it up steps all the time. As we get older, if there's ever a need, I need a wheelchair or whatever, the ramp is already built. I don't have to build it in a rush. So the gate will be there. That will be fence all the way out there. And then the fence will continue 30 feet where that shovel's in the ground. And then over to this post. And then the gate will be here. There is a gap here because our water line's right there. I found that out the hard way. I almost punctured it. So I have a red t-shirt down in there as a marker with boards over the top of the plastic, the PVC pipe. Gate will go here. It'll be a 36-inch gate to go out to my garden. Then what I was talking about was, so from here to there now is about 21 feet. A fence will go here to that. My 10 by 10 subscriber garden where I'm going to be growing other people's seeds will be there. This will be a 5 or 6 foot fence, cedar fence. So it'll be up here. And then what'll happen is anything that needs to be shaded as it grows, I can put those rows right here. Sun rises over there, comes over the house, sets over there. So half of the day it'll have full on shade. So that is the plan. So if you've never dug a post hole before manually, this hole's about 6 inches deep right now. I have my 20-pound metal bar. And what you do is you just loosen the soil. This hole's probably 7 or 8 inches in diameter. Once you get it to that point where it's loose, you come in with your fence post digger. You just lift it up, drop it over there. It is a time-consuming project, good exercise. Once you get that out, you just come back in again with your post or your metal pole. You can see it's got a point breaks up the soil nice. Just like that. And lather, rinse, repeat until you get down about 2 or 3 feet. So what we're looking at here is all of my posts for the garden side of this 6-foot picket fence have all been cemented. The corner ones are already cemented. These are all plumb, both sides, and true on all of them. They all have concrete mixed and poured down in the hole. And then you'll see my red string goes all the way down through and just touches each side of each 4x4 to confirm their alignment with each other. So they're all plumb and true up and down, and then they have a perfect alignment using a string, and then you can look down through and you can see them all in alignment. So stay tuned. Pretty soon I'm doing the other 2 sides, and then we'll start putting on the pickets. So I was lied to by the weatherman. It's 94. The next 10 days were supposed to be low 80s, 60 at night. It is 94 currently, but I was already in the middle of it, and I was wondering why I was feeling so tired. But now I know why. Because it's 94 and sunny. But the other side of the posts are done. They are plumb both ways. I have stakes and everything in the ground, and of course the red string to make sure every post is in alignment with each other. So with this heat, in the comments below, is Okies an unstoppable force or what? Or is he just stupid to play in the heat like this? I'd like your comment below. Is he an unstoppable force or just not that smart? Okay, everybody, third and final wall for my fence, my 6-foot cedar fence. And as I wind around, you can see it's eventually going to connect to my Okies Eden garden. Now I just have to go pick up some more cement to put in the holes to secure everything. But you can see that red line. That is just a piece of yarn stretched 30 feet to make sure all the posts are in line. And I have posts in the ground secured, screwed to the post to make sure they're plumb both directions. Okay, next up we'll put the purlins on and then start putting the cedar on. See you in the next. Hey everybody, exciting times here at Okies Eden. All of the cement is now set. All of my fence posts are in place. And then next up is unveiling all of my 2x4s for the purlins basically, and the pickets, the 6-inch wide pickets. Next I will go through and I will take my level and I will level all these so they're the same height. I will cut each post so they're exactly the same all the way around. And then I'll begin attaching my 2x4s. So stay tuned for that. Exciting time to be watching Okies Eden. There's the garden. It's going to be connected soon to this fence. Peace out. Welcome back, everybody. So the next step is cutting the posts to the same size. I have marked each of these posts with a line that is perfectly level all the way around to the other side. Then I'll take my skill saw, and then I'll cut at that line on each one, and then they'll all be the same height, perfectly level all the way around. So stay tuned for that. And so now, as you can see, I take my square and I mark a straight edge all the way around on each post. So all of these posts have a line all the way around it. And then I just take my saw, my skill saw, I cut on one side, line it up with the mark on the other side, cut across, and then it just drops off. So they're all, if I put a straight edge from here to here, from here all the way down here will be perfectly level all the way around. And then I'll start adding my 2x4 strips to hook the fence to. And there we have it, everybody. All the way around, every post is level with the following, with the before and after post. So the post comes all the way around. There's 15 or 16 of them. Boom. So the fence will be aligned properly, level when all the pickets are put up. So stick around and I'll continue posting these. Have a good Friday. So here's the fence with all of the stringers attached. They're all level with each other in parallel. Posts are all plumb. And let's talk about what I'm doing here. So as you can see, I have one on top of the other, but I have 6 very long deck screws holding it together. I do it this way for one reason. I'm in Oklahoma. We have high winds all spring and into early summer. What a lot of fence builders do down here, they take the 2x4. This is only 3.5 inches wide. So center would be about 1 3/4 inches. They butt the two together. They usually put 2 screws in. Unfortunately, 2x4s can crack. So if you do butt them together, yes, it might look better on the inside, but you're going to lose strength. And 2 homes now I lived in Texas had professional fence builders that I had to repair their work because they butt the 2x4s together and they don't pre-drill, and they just screw 4 screws in, and you get a couple winds and they crack the boards or they blow the panel down. So I don't do that. I built it for strength. So once these fence panels are all up, I will paint both sides or stain, and then I'll come to the inside. In between each post, on the inside, I will also do cedar fence pickets. It's called a beauty on both sides fence. You'll never see the 2x4s. It'll be fencing here and fencing on the opposite side. And it's going to be much stronger than the way they usually build fences. This is how I've done this for years. I've never had one blow over. I've never had the 2x4s crack. I pre-drill every hole. It takes a while longer, but it is much stronger. Stay tuned for the after photo when I start putting the pickets up. Okay, everybody, let's just take a quick walk around the fence. So it's 99% complete. I need to add 2 gates, which I'm building in the wood shop this week. There's my leftover lumber for some other projects. And I gotta put some corner Put a corner piece there. Keep coming around, coming around. So now that gives our rescue dog 900 square feet to roam and run around and play. Have a great day.